I've got something so cool to show you. I like to fix good meals for my family. I like them to be healthy, of course, but I've always felt like there's a little bit of extra love involved if I put like a nice home cooked meal in front of them. But just like everybody else in the world, I am busy, 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 and the whole world is picking up pace, and we are all just short on time. I'm convinced that every single person who lives here these days has that problem. So I still like to put those home cooked meals in front of my family, but it was getting harder and harder. So I got in a rut. I had a handful of things that I could make fast that I would make. Or I just gave up and we didn't really have anything that great, maybe, I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even think of anything right now. Anyway, I found something magical I've been using for a few weeks, and I gotta show you. It's a cookbook. Best cookbook I've ever seen in my whole life. And you are gonna wanna get this as quick as you can. This is Lickety-Split Meals by Zonya Foco. She is a nutritionist, and she has a cooking show, and she's a very dynamic speaker, and I love her approach to cooking and eating because it's common sense. It's reasonable. It's not hard to do. She basically just boils down food down to the question, does it come from a farm or from a factory? And we're shooting for farm. And then she, of course, is a nutritionist, so of course it's going to be whole grains that we're looking for, just in its closest to its natural state, lower sodium, lower fat. And you've heard those terms before, lower sodium, lower fat. And have you ever really had a cookbook of healthy recipes that were actually good? I have not until now. This is blowing me away. So the meals in this book, my family is loving them. And they know that they're healthier, and they're actually happy about that because the food is so good. They're like, yeah, just keep fixing this kind of food. We'll eat it. This cookbook has several things about it. It's not just its amazing recipes that are so cool, but it's kind of unlike a lot of other cookbooks. She talks, of course, about why, how it came to be. And one of the things that she focuses on in the recipes, it's broken down into several sections. There's pasta and soup and breakfast and dessert and just, the normal sections you'd have in a cookbook. But her recipes are laid out so well. So like she really does tell you what to do when. And I'm a veteran cook, so that hasn't bothered me much with other recipes, but I have found this to be really convenient because it takes all of the brain work out of it. You know how much we have on our minds. We do not need to be deciphering a recipe. So she tells you what to do when, and it's just so easy to follow, which is awesome. These meals really are so speedy. They are so fast. So far, she has not disappointed me. And let me tell you what some of the things are that we've been eating. We've had a saucy almond chicken stir fry. Last night we had chicken with fries. That was in here. We've had chicken and vegetables in foil. We've had lasagna. We've had bonito bean dip in a 7-layer dip. We've had, sweet and sour chicken. I could go on and on. Cheesy potato skillet with mixed vegetables. I'm telling you, these are fantastic. You guys, there's hardly been a recipe we didn't love. There's been a few that, just like 2 so far that were like, yeah, that was okay. But the rest of them were like, wow, that is so good. She focuses heavily on lots of vegetables and fruits, which is something that has been hard for me to do traditionally with my family, is get fruits and vegetables in them. She gets them in these recipes in some pretty delicious ways, and my family's, they're going for it. Of course, whole grains. She focuses on lower sodium, lower fat, and these recipes are reasonable. So you can do these. This is not a hard diet change. Chicken enchiladas is one of them. We had chicken enchiladas. We have spaghetti. We have all the favorites. Just a little bit healthier version. And it's the little things that make big differences in the long run. We're already seeing it after a few weeks. We're already seeing weight loss, better health from cooking and eating this way. On one page is the recipe, and then when you flip it up, there's these, what she calls the lickety-split tips. And every page has these, it's just tips for how to eat better, how to snack better, how to sneak in a little exercise here and there. All kinds of really interesting tips, you know, to help like make things a little bit better health-wise. This is a money-saving tip for brown rice. She, because they're fast meals, which yes, they really are fast meals. She, for instance, uses a lot of her recipes call for instant brown rice. So she has a solution if you don't feel like you want to afford instant brown rice. She's got another idea that you can use so that you can plan ahead and have it on hand to use quickly when you need it for using just your normal brown rice. One other thing that I like about these recipes is a lot of them have been easy to Thrivealize. So she made them really, really fast, and then I use Thrive and throw Thrive in with it. You know, not all, I don't replace all of it with Thrive, but like the saucy almond chicken, I use Thrive chicken instead of the chicken breasts that it calls for. That's just one example. And that makes it even faster, so I like it for that as well. She even has, in the beginning of the book, she has some 1-minute mini meals. She has some 5-minute meals. She has what she calls a dashboard dining section for healthy things you can take to eat on the go. This is magic. I've been using it long enough now that I knew I could recommend it wholeheartedly, and I'm telling you, I love this book. I'm doing my shopping list right now, which is why I stopped to make this video, because this is the only cookbook I've got out to make my menu and my shopping list, because this is doing the trick with so much variety: pizza, pasta, you know, Chinese crock pot recipes, desserts and everything. You just pretty much got it all right here. So I'm probably missing 900 other things that are fantastic about this, but you'll just have to get the book and see for yourself. It is amazing. Lickety-Split Meals by Zonya Foco.